mean bread, butterfly?
Oh, yes, of course.
Hello, how are you? I am back, and this time with a makeup tutorial video. I didn't foresee myself making a makeup tutorial video, but here we are. This is going to be my daily makeup look that I will wear usually when I'm just living my life. For me, it's mostly working. But I know that this makeup look would probably also work for school if you kind of go to a school where they don't allow you to wear too much makeup. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hello. So, first off, I got out of the shower probably about an hour ago, and I didn't spray my face with Laneige Cream Skin Refiner Mist, as I usually do. Next, I'm using the Glow Recipe Banana Souffle Moisture Cream. A lot of the products that I'm using for the skincare right now I mentioned in my previous video on skincare, so check that out if you want to know more about my skincare, and that's a lot that I just put on. This stuff smells so good. I've been very kind of gung-ho about banana related things, and I think that might have something to do with the fact that I've been on a diet for the past 7 months, 6 months, and my diet doesn't allow me to have bananas. I can still have banana like protein shakes and things like that, but it's not the same. It's not the same as a real tangible banana that I can peel and maybe slice if I want to and eat and enjoy. Also, banana pudding is great. I love banana cream pudding, and I can't have that either. I know it's for the best in the long run, but it's hard, okay? This existence without bananas and banana cream flavored things is difficult. It's difficult for me. Okay, so I'm going to put on chapstick first and foremost, because in the morning, and usually before I do anything, my lips are kinda... My lips have not been chapped in quite some time because I've been very good with keeping chapstick on hand throughout the day when I'm working and things like that. But I still kind of have an issue with my lips being a little dry when I get up to do my makeup in the morning or in the afternoons or something like that. So I think it's important to put on, and it also smells like a vanilla latte, another thing I can't have because of my diet. You'll notice that I tend to gravitate towards things that smell like foods that I can't have. It's a bad habit. It's a bad habit. While my moisturizer is settling into my skin, I'm going to talk about a product that I've been using recently that I really like. I kind of want to make like a monthly favorites video, but I don't do enough or buy enough in a month to really make a video like that, but we'll see. Maybe by next month I could make an April favorites video, who knows. But for now I want to talk about this product. This is the Physicians Formula Rose All Night Ultra Rich Restorative Cream. Physicians Formula has been catching my eye recently quite a bit. I find myself kind of wandering over into that section a lot more, and I wanted to try out something from them. And the thing that caught my eye was this restorative night cream. So I've been trying it out for, I'd say, about a week now, and I really like it. I really like it. Not only does it smell good, it's got a really nice texture, but it works very well. And after I take my makeup off at night, obviously I'll put a decent amount of this on my face and then I'll sleep in it. And when I wake up in the morning, I find my skin is a lot more kind of, it's brighter and it's more kind of bouncy and moisturized, so I really recommend this stuff. This stuff is great. Okay, I think my skin feels good and ready for makeup, so let's get started. Alright, so for my base, I use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup in the shade 0N1 Alabaster. Okay, when I purchased this, I saw that other people had the pump, and I purchased it, and I naively thought that it would come with the pump, not realizing that you have to pay an extra $10 to get the pump separately. No thank you. This foundation is a bit pricey, but it's worth it. This is probably the best foundation I've ever tried, and it's one of the only foundations I've ever found that actually, you know, matches my skin tone, because if it wasn't obvious enough, I'm a little bit pale, just a tiny bit, and it's been a struggle all my life to find any sort of foundations that match me, so this one definitely does the job. I don't know if other folks do this, but I always kind of put foundation like on my brow bone to lid area. Whoopsie. I don't think I've seen other folks do that. That's been a habit that I've done since I was like, oh my, since I was like a middle schooler. Is that weird to do that? Let me know. Do other people do that? Please tell me, because I feel something within me is telling me that that's a bit of a weird thing that I do, but I don't really know. I don't pay that much attention. So let me know. So something I also really like about the Estee Lauder foundation is it's very, very much buildable. You could have like drag queen levels of completely flawless porcelain, high coverage skin, or you can have just like I have now, one layer to kind of even everything out, and that's it. Usually I'll go for that. I don't like to cake on too much foundation throughout my day, because for me that just feels uncomfortable having too much on my skin. I like it to be there but not feel like it's there, and I know with some foundations it definitely feels like you're wearing makeup, or you touch your face and you can feel it there, but with this one it's very lightweight, and like I said, it's buildable, so you can build it to your comfort level. So first, starting off, I'll do like one big kind of swoop of, I'll do one full covering layer, and then I'll add a little bit more in places where I think that I need it. Now, I don't wear concealer anymore because, like I said, throughout the day I don't like to cake on a lot of products because that just makes me feel a bit uncomfortable. So I will, instead of putting on concealer, I'll just put a little bit of extra foundation in places that I need it. Now for me personally, you'll notice that I'm putting it and focusing it under my eyes because I have a huge problem with, number one, not getting enough sleep, especially these days with everything going on. And number two, I have just natural dark circles. So in order to prevent people from asking me if I'm tired or just straight up telling me, hey, you look tired, and me getting really sad and sobbing to myself in the break room on my lunch, I will put a little bit of extra foundation under my eyes. I don't understand, a little bit of a tangent I'm going to go on here, but I don't understand people who have the gumption to just tell someone, bold face, oh, you look tired. Why would you say that to somebody? Do you think that's gonna make them feel good? Genuine question. There is no reason why you would need to tell somebody that they look tired. If they feel tired, they know they're tired. They don't need you to point it out. When someone says that to me, I don't think, oh, I look tired? You know, now that you say that, I think I feel tired too. Anyway, and then I'm gonna put a little bit more on my chin area and my forehead area just to kind of balance out everything so I don't have like super bright under eyes and then everything else is kind of muted. Okay, now I'm gonna do a little bit of contouring. I'm not the type of person to do heavy contouring because just personally I don't think it looks that great on me. Yeah, I'm going to be using the 3CE Face Contour Tuning Palette in the Auburn colorway. It's just a typical contour palette, and I'm going to be using this bottom shade here. And I contour here. This is the only spot on my face that I contour. But hey, these days, I'm needing to do it less and less. I have officially lost 75 pounds. Very exciting. There better be confetti on the screen because this is exciting for me. Now I'm gonna bring that down a little bit just to kind of further create that shadow, because if it's just a straight line, that's not gonna look too, you know, natural or good. But if you like just a straight contour line, a nice little Trixie Mattel moment, you go right ahead and do that. It is your life. When I contour, I go from like all the way back here behind my ear to all the way here up to my chin, just to, like I said, create that natural shadow. And another thing to note when contouring your jawline is to go a little bit upwards onto here, not like all the way up, but just a tiny bit to further create like a softer face shape. Alright, there we go. Contour, done. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of blush. This is something I usually do on my days off, but sometimes when I feel like it's a special day and I have a little extra time, I will put on blush in the morning. The blush that I'm going to be using is the one that came in the iMimi Multi-Cube. This is the All About Apple Red one, obviously. It came with an apple red blush. So yeah, I'm going to be using this apple red blush, and I apply it with the Morphe M405 brush. And I will start right at my cheek, the apple of my cheek, and then I bring it upwards. With blush, I think it's important to know what works for your face shape and your face type. For me, since I have an oval face, in order to kind of complement that more, I find that putting blush right on my cheek and then bringing it up kind of lifts everything up and gives the youthful effect that blush is intended to give. And I will even put a bit of it just right on my nose bridge and on my chin. But I don't go ham on my chin because a lot of the time if I put too much blush on my chin, it looks really stupid, and I don't want to look stupid all the time. Alright, now I'm going to set everything, and I'm going to set it with the 16 brand Blur Compact Powder Compact. Now I really like this powder compact, but there's a bit of a problem. So 16 brand is a Korean brand, and Korean brands, if you don't know, are known for a little problem called not having more than 3 shades. I faced that problem head on with this compact because I think this only has maybe 2 shades or something like that. Whenever I get powder, I always get translucent powder, but I had no choice with this one. It's kind of okay. It's not that bad, I don't think. It's got a really good formula, so that's why I tolerate it, but boy is it frustrating. So yeah. With powder, I focus it on the places that I put that extra foundation. So that would be under my eyes, on my forehead, and on my chin and mouth area. And then I might kind of put it out in other places onto my face. But again, I try not to pack on products because, like I said, it feels uncomfortable for me. And I also have very dry skin, so if I pack on the powder, I'm gonna look a little bit more casket ready than I already do. Now, I don't put any powder on my nose, and that's because my nose and powder are 2 things that will never get along. They're like water and air. They just form rust, and it doesn't look good. I'm not saying my nose rusts if I put powder on it, but it looks very gross. It doesn't look good. It breaks up. It gets cakey. It breaks up. It flakes off. Everything bad that it could do, or everything that it could do to make my look worse, it will do. And so I just decided, you know what, nose, if you don't want powder, I'm not going to force you to have powder. C'est la vie, as they say. Alright, Nunso. Is that how you say that? I don't know. Eyebrows next. So, for my eyebrows, I use this e.l.f. It's literally, there's nothing written on it, but it's a gel liner and brow kind of 2-in-1 sort of product. Now, I really need to trim my brows, but I've been a little bit too caught up in everything going on to do that. When I dip into the brow product, instead of just swiping in, I will take my brush and literally dip in, just tap once. And then I will lightly fill in the empty spots. So I'm just lightly filling in the empty spots, as I said before. And then I use the spoolie to buff out any of the lines or harshness and just kind of soften the color up a bit. Then I will go in with a brow cara. This is the NYX one. So for the dip brow color, I will use something that is more closely matching to my hair color, but for my brow cara, I will use usually a blonde one. And this is because I have kind of small eyes. My eyes are very short and round, and they don't really stand out too much on their own. So if I have my brows looking like this and then I put my makeup on, the rest of my makeup on, I find that my brows stick out more than my eyes do, and I want my eyes to pop more than my brows. So I will use a blonde brow cara to kind of mute my brows just a little bit so that my eyes can stand out a bit more. Not too crazy, because oddly enough, most blonde brow mascaras aren't really that blonde at all. At least the drugstore ones. And that makes me feel a bit frustrated for folks that have blonde hair and just want to use a brow mascara. I don't live with blonde hair, so I don't know. Maybe this works. But I would think for a girl or guy or anyone else who has blonde hair that wants a blonde eyebrow to match, this is not blonde. Am I wrong? I don't know. Blonde folks, tell me, are you frustrated by this? I'm not even blonde and I'm frustrated by this. And there, brows are done. Now, eyes. Now for eyes, what I usually do kind of, it varies from day to day how I'm feeling. But I usually kind of stick to the same general formula. So, I'm going to be using the Lilybyred x Esther Bunny Palette. Look how cute that is. I'm going to be using the shade Berry Chocolat. And for this, I'm going to put the shade just right on my crease. And I'm doing this very, very lightly. Right on my crease. And sort of blending it around that entire area. As well as out a bit. And I'm also going to put it kind of inwards to kind of create that rounded shadow line. And I might put a little bit on the kind of outer under eye area, but not too much because sometimes it tends to mix with the water in my eye and smudge throughout the day, which is not fun. Next, I'm going to go in with that same product I use for my brows. Like I said, it doubles as a kind of a liner and a brow product, which is super nice. And the same brush that I use for my brows, and just dip in ever so lightly to the product and apply a liner. Now I always start off by tight lining my eyes. I never used to really do this before, but I found that it creates a nice natural line that I really, really like. there's kind of a difference, a little bit of a difference. It kind of creates more of a, like I said, a natural darker line around the eye area that wasn't really there before. And then I'm going to take the liner, and I will usually kind of tilt my head at like this weird angle, and then find where my bottom lash line goes, and just ever so slightly follow it. Like that. You might not even be able to see that really. Until I have this nice little barely there line. Like that. It gives the same effect as eyeliner essentially. It's just kind of the barely there liner look. Yay. And there we go. There's the liner. Finished. And then to end it all off, I will curl my lashes and put on mascara. And that will conclude my everyday no makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you liked it. Yeah, I've got a couple more video ideas in the works, so hopefully you will see some of them in the coming weeks. I know I said in one video I want to upload every week, but I've been very stressed lately. So some days I just kind of want to relax and not edit anything. Recording things is not an issue for me because it's just sitting down and speaking to a camera, which is not hard. But editing, oh, it takes so long. And sometimes I just don't feel like doing it. But I am trying my best. So stay tuned and more to come.